We have yet another diamond pattern in the Bitcoin price. One of the features in these diamond patterns are these big volatile swings in the middle of the pattern. And you guys remember when we had this diamond pattern, I was talking about the fact that this is a diamond top and it's slightly likelier that we break down rather than up. In this video, I want to show you exactly what I think is going to happen. I want to show you exactly where the target is for the bullish scenario, where the target is for the bearish scenario, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to think about if you want to trade this breakout. The breakout is imminent. It is going to happen any point in time right now, so get ready. In this video, I also want to show you this text here where Hal Finney is giving us some reasons to why Bitcoin could go to $10 million per coin. That might sound crazy, but he has a very good reason for his prediction. And if you go down below this video, you will see some timestamps. This can help you navigate to the content of this video. And also, stock markets are starting to soar towards all-time highs. I want to talk about this historical rebound. It's the biggest bounce, the biggest rebound the world has ever seen. I want to talk about that. And if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely watch this video. Welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm going to bring you this Bitcoin video. Alright, let's get right into these Bitcoin diamond patterns. So first of all, here we have one pattern that I talked about when this was forming. It's called a diamond pattern when it looks like a diamond basically, and they are usually tilted on the side like this. And essentially what I'm seeing now is that we're forming yet another diamond pattern. And so just to make a small summary of what I talked about here, I was saying that this is a diamond pattern. It's called a diamond top when we're going into the diamond like this, and it's usually a reversal pattern, which basically means that it's likelier that we break down rather than up, but it's just slightly likelier to the downside. It's closer to a coin flip than many other patterns. 57% chance to break down, but we did actually break down this time. We didn't get a very explosive breakdown, but we did go to the downside, and from the breakout out of this pattern, Bitcoin did actually fall 11% approximately. So what does that mean for our new pattern? Well, the same goes here. A diamond pattern has an approximately 57% chance to break to the downside. It is called a diamond top, like I said. So if we go into it like this, then we should basically expect us to go down slightly likelier. However, of course, like I said, it's very close to a coin flip, so it is going to break up very often, of course. Actually, it's a 43% chance that will break up. So how do we know if this is a diamond pattern or not? And I also know that many people say that this is not a legitimate pattern. They think that this just looks too messy, and I can agree that this looks much messier than your average symmetrical triangle or an ascending triangle. This doesn't really look like something that is tradable. And I will be honest, and I will agree to the fact that I think that diamond patterns are much harder to trade because the lines, they don't look as beautiful as most other patterns. But let's go over to the Bulkowski's website here when he's talking about diamond tops. This is the #1 site for patterns. Bulkowski is the author of the most popular chart pattern book, which is called Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns. All right, so here we have a small representation of this. We have a diamond, and it eventually breaks to the downside more often than not. And we see here, so the price trend should be upward leading into the pattern, and that checks out. We have an upwards trending trend, and the shape should look like a diamond, but one usually tilted to the side. This is exactly what we're seeing. And then touches, prices will touch each trend line once or twice. Don't worry if your lines cross some of the price outliers. So basically, this is the only pattern where it can look quite messy. Other patterns are supposed to have at least 2 touches on every trend line, but now we have simply on this trend line here we only have 1, for example, but according to Bulkowski that's fine. And some of these outliers every now and then we can see like big spikes above and beyond, but yeah, that shouldn't be a problem according to this pattern site. And the volume trend should be downwards a little bit more often than not, 59% of the time. And if we take a look at the volume, we can see that the volume is downtrending since the middle of the pattern, but not from the whole pattern. So I'm not really sure if I would call this declining volume. And the breakout is downward 57% of the time. All right, so let's take a look at some trading tips here. If the price makes a quick and nearly vertical rise leading into the diamond and the breakout is downward, expect the price to drop back to the price at which it started. So here, if we have a big explosive vertical pump, then we should expect the price to go all the way down to where the pump started if we break down. Let's go back to the chart and take a look at if this happened in the previous chart. And of course, you can see here that this did not happen here. I did mention back here that if we break down, the target will actually be all the way down at where the pump started. But you can see that we failed to reach that target. But let's see. And what happens here if we are going to come back to where this pump started? Well, in that case, you can see that this pump started all the way down here at 8.7. So if we break down, maybe we should expect Bitcoin to come all the way down to this. But this would basically be the technical target. You can also see how if we break to the upside, we can trade this as a half staff, like a continuation pattern, that if we break up, we're probably going to see an equal amount of price action as we saw leading into the pattern. And a half staff pattern basically just means that the initial rise here is half of the total price gain. So we're seeing the other half come as we break to the upside, so a continuation pattern. And this would give us a target of 10,440, and that would actually line up perfectly with our green resistance box here. So if we break to the upside, then we should target the top of this resistance that we have already seen Bitcoin get rejected from, or from several points here. If we scroll back, you can see that this is a very, very significant zone. So yeah, if we break up, make sure to pay attention at these levels and potentially take profit. And if we break down, I think that we should just take a look at this technical target, as I showed you, 8,700 approximately. And I want to give a big shout out to all of you guys who are liking my videos every single day. I mean,